For all intents and purposes, most people tend to think that Speed Duels is a dead format, and honestly, I can't blame them. For the most part, Konami's never really shown all that much love to Speed Duels, and it kinda just neglected it for a very long time. However, I want to go ahead and change that. I want to go ahead and present a brand new way to enjoy Speed Duels by presenting the brand new Speed Duels Progression Series. Taking inspiration from SEMO's iconic Progression Series, every week, me and my good friend Big Bear 2000 will open up 36 packs of my very own custom-made Speed Duel packs to try and power up our decks. At the end of each episode, me and him will have a best of 3 match to decide the winner of each episode. I hope you're excited because this is the Speed Duels Progression Series. Wow, so that was a very dominant performance for Team Topsy, and I am just so happy with the way that last episode ended up coming out. That Amazoness Harpy strategy was extremely dominant, and honestly, I am kind of considering running that strategy back again for this episode. Hence the fact that in today's set, we actually do get some extra support for the Amazoness. And that could actually end up helping with one of the biggest issues our deck had in that last episode. Honestly, I am kind of curious to see what exactly Bear does to go ahead and retaliate against us and try and even the score in this series. But honestly, I'm just happy that Team Topsy is on top. But now let's go ahead and shift our focus towards the set we're going to be opening up in today's episode, that being Lost Souls from the Deep, which is a combination of both the booster pack Arena of Lost Souls and Attack from the Deep. So this should be fairly interesting. Okay then, so as I mentioned, in today's episode we're going to be opening up Lost Souls from the Deep. And this is a really interesting set due to the fact that this set focuses in on 3 separate strategies while giving some aid to some of the older strategies we had available to us. The 3 strategies we have available to us are the following. We have Yugi's iconic Face Knight archetype with Arcana Knight Joker as the boss monster of that deck. We also have some support for Bonds with a lot of zombie good stuff with cards like Zombina, Goblin Zombie, and in addition the boss monster of that deck being King of the Skull Servants. And finally, the last focus of this set is of course Mako Tsunami with a lot of really good water stuff, with the boss monster being Levia Dragon Deathless and other great water support cards like Moray of Greed. I believe we had stuff like Water Hazard, and this should be just overall a fun strategy to go ahead and explore. Besides the overarching strategies this set focuses around, we also have a lot of great support cards in addition. We have cards like Twister, which is going to be one of the best forms of back removal in the series for a bit. In addition, we also have Dust Tornado to go ahead and help with that as well. We have cards like Magisuri for monster removal, Dice Foon as another form of back removal. We have cards like Mask of the Accursed, which is a really annoying stall card. We have incredibly powerful cards in the Forceful Checkpoint and Sphere Karibo as well. But in addition to that, we also have some support for some of these strategies we have available to us right now. As I mentioned, Amazoness Spy and Trainee are going to be 2 great cards to go ahead and add into my Amazoness / Harpy strategy. But in addition to giving great support to the deck that I'm already playing, there's also some really detrimental stuff that goes ahead and balances out my strategy in itself. With cards like Warrior Elimination, Ready for Interception, these 2 cards in particular really hurt my deck. This is just Frageki for Warriors, and this is a great way to prevent me from utilizing my Battle Phase effectively. But besides these 2 cards that are very warrior oriented, we also have D-Spell, which is going to be really great to go ahead and deal with that pesky heirloom that really gave Bear a hard time during our duels. But besides that, I am super excited to go into today's set. I am kind of hoping to go ahead and pull the King of the Skull Servant strategy just so that I can play it in the future. But with that being said, I'm excited to get into this pack opening.
Alright, and welcome to another episode of the Progression Series Speed Duels Edition. And yep, back here again, back at it with the Lost Souls from the Deep pack made by Topsy, my favorite little e-boy of course. And in here we got some pretty cool cards and some pretty cool skills to check out. The theming is sort of water themed for the most part, or we have a couple skills that are water themed, and so we get to see some pretty cool water stuff. So the skills that I am interested in, we'll start with this one first, Call of the Haunted. It is literally just Call of the Haunted, but it is just at the start of the duel. You have it set, you draw 1 less card pretty much. Alright, and then we have Tomb of the Pharaoh. Using my Gravekeeper strategy that I used last week, this would have been pretty nice, right? Wish I probably should have saved it until this episode. We can run it back with this depending on our pulls. And then if we do get some cool water stuff, we can use this one right here, Catch of the Day. If we have Legendary Fisherman, it can activate Umi directly from your deck. And that's a pretty good card. Gives a little attack boost to all your waters. And then at the end of the battle phase, if you control Legendary Fisherman, which is going to be the main card of this deck, any battle or inflicted battle or whatever, special summon one level 4 or lower water monster from the deck or graveyard in defense position, giving you a little bit more setup, giving you a little bit more build up. Getting those special summons is very important and kind of possible with this one. This one is the funny one, the gimmick one. It's my lucky day. I just felt like including it just in case maybe there's something cool we can do with it. I didn't get to look enough deep into the cards to see what's in here to see if it's worth running, but you pay 1,000 life points, choose whether you want something to be heads or tails. Some things give you great advantage, some things give you great disadvantage. So yeah, pretty good, pretty solid. So those are the skills. I guess we're gonna go ahead and do the pack opening here. We have a lot of cool commons and a couple cool super rares. I love Copycat, it's a great card. King of the Skull Servants already early on is pretty cool. Some staples in here too. So, and then we have, of course, like our water stuff like I was saying, but yeah, I'll stop yapping. We'll just talk about the cards whenever we see them. We're kind of looking for something pretty snazzy because obviously we got our core and creamed and my boy framed the series. I'm just kidding. But yeah, we're going to open him up now. All right. So we already have a D spell, which is cool. Spells are pretty good. Spells back row is very good. And this is what I'm starting to realize.
All right, then pack number 1, and let's see what we have. All right, then, so we have the Queen's Knight, a Jack's Knight. In addition, we also have Magical Undertaker and Pyramid of Wonders. I am very happy to see the Pyramid of Wonders right here, just because if you do want to play zombies, this is a really good card for that. Magician Undertaker is kind of an interesting monster, specifically in Gravekeeper, so that's something to keep in mind, I guess. And I am happy to see the Jack's Knight and the Queen's Knight. So if we get to see the whole package, that could be really, really good. And there we go. Our first copy of Amazon Spy, and we want to see these keep on coming.
We're looking for something a little bit more simple today. Fusion Recovery, if we want to do a fusion deck. We have a Equip spell. Skull Servant, if we get the King of Skull Servants, might be kind of cool. I don't know if there's a skill for that. I didn't see one when I was looking through them, but that would have been cool. So if you're mad about that and there was a skill for it and Topsy didn't include it here, it's not on me. It's on that's on our boy. And then speaking of the card, Michiziri is here. So basically, if it's like I'm taking it just like this picture. I'm taking you with me. You get rid of one of my cards, I get rid of one of yours, pretty much. We got the Queen's Knight, King's Knight, and Jack's Knight, I believe, in this set. So there is a skill that deals with those. So if we do pull very good on those, maybe that's something we run. Shallow Grave is also nice to see as well.
All right then, so pack 7, and we haven't seen a crazy amount of good stuff. Ready for Interception is pretty good. I have seen a couple copies of Zombie Tiger, and I believe Command. Yeah, so we almost have like a full playset of both of them, and this is another interesting strategy we could potentially play if we go into zombies today.
Warrior Elimination spell is kind of cool. It just destroys all warriors on the field. So if my opponent, say Topsy, is running warriors like the Jack's Knight and all that, we could put this in the side deck. It's a board wipe essentially because they're all warriors, right? I don't think he's that based. I think you guys give him too much credit, but we'll see.
Ooh, okay, that's our first copy of D-Spell. Very, very good. And I believe that's our playset of, yep, Skull Servant playset right now. So now we just really want to see the King of the Skull Servants. It is a super rare, so it's not guaranteed. Oh my god, guys. Goblin Zombie. This is an incredible pull. Just in general, because later on in the series, we're going to get a lot more powerful zombie-based strategies. So I am just happy to see this card just in general. So amazing pickup.
Looks like we got some more spellcaster stuff, which is always cool, especially if we're going to be running in with running it back with the Necro Valley deck or the Gravekeepers. Definitely got a lot of the Magicians Unite, Skull Dice cards, yep, more warriors, all good stuff. And if he runs back the Amazonas, that warrior removal spell card actually might do something there too, because that is another warrior deck.
Oh, that's interesting. So we're on pack 15 now, and this is our first copy of King's Knight. This is really, really interesting just because we've been picking up a lot of copies of Queen's Knight and Jack's Knight as well. So maybe we could do something with that. That could be cool. There is a skill based around this, so I don't know. Maybe we toy around with the idea. And oh, holy shit, guys. The Forceful Checkpoint. This is an insane secret rare to pull. This card is just so incredibly annoying to deal with, and just having this be a powerful staple we have access to just from the jump. I am so happy with this.
Still haven't seen. I saw we had an Umi there, which is cool. But still haven't seen the legendary fisherman. I believe. I don't think we've seen him yet. We're about halfway through, a little over that. Definitely some cards in here that I'm not even too really familiar with.
No way. No way. A second forceful checkpoint. That's nasty. You know what? This has been a pretty damn good pack opening.
Water Hazard's a great card. Okay. Yeah, I'll take that. I want a fisherman. Can I get a fisherman, please? Oh, there we go. And it's a rare. That's awesome, right? That we're 6 away from being done, and that's our first legendary fisherman. Goated combo.
Okay, so we are getting near the end of the pack opening, and so far we haven't gotten exactly what we want to go ahead and build a brand new strategy. So that's a little, well, it's not concerning, but more of like, I kind of wish we could pivot off to something new. But as a whole, as I said, I can't complain too much. And hold on, do we try it? Should we be fun and just try a brand new strategy with like the King's Knight archetype? Maybe we'll look into this. We potentially do this. Oh my god! And the staples continue. This is insane. Dust Tornado now? Okay, so back row is going to be a very, very limited issue for us now. With Dust Tornado, Typhoon, I am just so happy with where we've gone so far.
Okay, and lastly, we have the Sword of Dragon Soul. Equipped to a warrior, gains 700 attack. Well, we can run normals, we can run a bunch of other stuff. Let's go ahead and see what we can do. I don't even think we got anything specifically that is like, you need to play this. But maybe we can do Amazonuses, because obviously we didn't run it the first week, and I did pull pretty good for it. Topsy's like, bruh, you're throwing, my guy. And I'm like, yeah, I know. I don't know what this is. I'm sorry. But now we can try it out, perhaps. So I'll see whenever we get the deck all sorted out, and then I'll go ahead and explain it for you guys.
Okay, so we are now onto our last pack, and let's go ahead and do this slowly. Okay, Great Mammoth, Possess Dark Soul, Fulfillment of Contract, Sonic Duck, Block Attack. We have Zombie Tiger. We've already completed a playset of both of these guys, so that's pretty cool. Snake Hairs, Skull Dice. Okay, last card, Dispel. You know what? I am not upset with this whatsoever. We pulled a decent amount of like a lot of the stuff we wanted to see. We have the Dust Tornado, Goblin Zombie, Typhoon, great pickups. 2 Cups of King's Knight is really cool. Definitely worth considering playing that warrior based strategy. The Philosophical Checkpoint is phenomenal. We have Ready for Interception to go ahead and face off against any spellcaster or warrior based strategy Bear might roll up with. The Warrior Elimination is really, really good, specifically for the Warrior Mirror match, or just whenever we're faced off against a warrior based strategy. As a whole, I am very, very happy with what I saw. We got multiple copies of Spy, so that's really, really cool. Multiple copies of Skull and Graceful Dice, so I'm happy to see them. Yeah, no, as a whole, really, really happy with everything we've seen so far. This is going to be an interesting deck build, so I'll go ahead and try and figure out what exactly I want to do for today's episode, and I'll get back to you guys once I go ahead and decide it. Alright, add to collection, and let's get to deck building.
All right, my broskies, and we're being losers. We're running it back. I looked at the other stuff. We didn't really get anything that's like very strategy oriented in terms of the skill cards, except one of the skill cards being the one that we're going to be using in this deck. But our pulls didn't really synergize well with what we got. We got a couple cool staples, and you're going to see some cool staples in here, and even a couple commons that fit the spellcaster theme a bit better. Jesus. And yeah, and then I'm also correcting some of the mistakes I made from the last episode and readjusting some stuff to make sure that the deck performs a bit better here. So instead of running 1 Gravekeeper's Chief, we're running 2. We're running Assailant. We weren't before. Couldn't tell you why. Basically the best of the best in terms of the Gravekeepers, other than that other tribute, but I don't even know if we would play him, but this is our monster lineup for the most part. Mask of the Accursed was a staple that we picked up. Basically, it just negates attack permanently on one of our opponent's monsters, so they get their boss monster out, they only have 1 of it. Slap this bad boy on it. Hopefully they don't have a way to get that card in the graveyard, special summon it again, pretty much. But yeah, it can attack, and then they take 500 damage each turn. So if we can't get over it, we're stuck at a stalemate. We have those recursion cards, so we can keep cards going in our deck. They might run out. Stall them till we burn them to death. Then we have warrior elimination. I was talking about this when I was doing the cards. He ran Amazoness. There's more warrior stuff available this week. If he runs warriors, we got the warrior elimination. He might not think I'm based enough to run that, but he's got nothing coming. Obviously, back row is going to be good no matter what. So having Wild Tornado is going to be a great card for us to have. And then, yeah, I don't know if I said Tomb of the Pharaoh already, but this is basically Necro Valley. You start off with it at the beginning of the duel. That's why we're not running as many priestess as we were before. We don't really have to, and that's good because we can fill our board with 1, 2, 3, not even have a priestess, and then we still get all those stacked inflated numbers. So yeah, that's the deck. I'm gonna go ahead and call Topsy now, and then we're gonna get these duels going right now live for you, baby. Let's get it.
Alright guys, so here we have the deck for today's episode, and yeah, we're gonna be a bit boring today and just run back the Amazoness Harpy strategy. It did very well last episode, and I'm kind of expecting it to do just as well today, just because we have the addition of Amazoness Spy, which gives us an additional extender alongside the original cast that we did have. Unfortunately, we didn't pick up any copies of Trainee, which would have been nice, but you know what? It is what it is. But alongside that, I'm feeling pretty good about this strategy. We already have, as I said, the main core that we played with last time, with the addition of the Spy, and also this time around we do have access to the Forceful Checkpoint, which should keep our more fragile monsters alive for a bit longer. Not only that, but if Bear ends up getting some pesky back row, we do have the added Dust Tornado alongside the Sage, which should give us some level of consistency with dealing with our opponent's back row. So I'm feeling really good about that. As for the side deck, we do have 2 copies of Warrior of Elimination under the circumstance that Bear ends up running up with something like the mirror match for me and him with just pure Amazoness or some hybrid that I'm doing as well. We have the Dice Foom and the 7 Tools of the Bandit in case he's playing a lot more back row heavy. And finally, a couple copies of Amazoness Archers under the circumstance that we find ourselves facing up something a bit more aggressive, so we need more protective back row for our Amazoness monsters. As I said, we are pretty much running the same deck we did last episode. However, I do want to preface that I did make the attempt to build something new, and I do kind of want to show you guys what exactly I had, and unfortunately we can't run this deck. So this is the deck that I kind of wanted to go ahead and try out for today's episode, but unfortunately it just was not on the cards, guys. For the most part, the deck kind of just did nothing, and it was really underwhelming. So maybe in the future, if we pull a few piece of like Rhoda, we can try it out again, but for now it's just not gonna happen. But with that, guys, Bear, good luck, and I'll see you at the duels. Okay, Bear, so how we doing, buddy?
Pretty good, my guy. Pretty good.
Pretty good. Okay. So I am pretty excited for today's episode. I feel like you're gonna be meeting something you're very familiar with once again, and I'm kind of curious to see what you end up rolling with for today's episode. On the last one, yeah, the Amazoness, they kind of rolled, and the Gravekeepers didn't hold up as much as your last dragon deck. So I'm kind of curious to see what exactly you ended up like modulating, what you ended up doing to counter me and stuff. So I'm super curious to see what exactly you end up doing today.
Okay. I was about 1/3 sure you were going to run it back. I was like, he's either going to run it back with the old deck, he's going to get a new deck, or just an old strategy that, it's just one of the 3. I'm just like, he's going to either run it back or not, essentially. So I felt like I had a couple things perhaps in the side deck.
Okay. So you came prepared this time, so that's interesting to hear.
A little bit. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, let's hope this time around you have like a bit better chance of beating it.
Yeah, I hope so. We'll see though.
All right, buddy. Let's do this.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Okay, so I win this time. I'll go first. This time, yeah. Oh, what do you know? I'm gonna activate my skill. Big shocker, I know. Let's draw a card. Okay. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna activate Amazoness Spy. I'm gonna reveal Amazoness Chain Master. We're gonna special summon her in defense mode. We're then going to normal summon Harpy Lady number 2, activate the effect, and draw 2 more cards.
Seems pretty good.
Gonna activate this, equip it onto the spy, let a card face down, and we will pass it over to you. And oh, Tomb of the Pharaohs. Okay, so we have like budget Necro Valley here.
Yes, we do. You got it 1,000,000% correct.
Okay.
I wish I got to go first. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
But it's okay. It's all right.
It's all right. All right. I love to hear that.
It's all right.
I love to hear that.
We are gonna go. Let's see this. Okay, so I think I need to make sure I'm gonna have to use a card here or not.
Okay.
Yes, I think I am actually going to use this card. I'm gonna activate Mask of the Accursed. Put it on this card.
That's grody. Okay.
So now you are forced to tribute that hoe, or it just stays there and burns you. Then I'm going to set a card, and I'm going to normal summon the Spear Soldier.
I see. Okay.
And we'll go battle.
Interesting.
Go for this one.
Yeah. I will.
I'll pass it to you, my guy.
How do we want to go about this? I don't quite love the situation I'm in right now. It's a little weird. So
I'm just trying to force that spell off you. I don't have to deal with that anymore.
Okay, I think I know what you have set right now, and I don't quite like that. So we're gonna activate Dust Tornado.
Do you?
Whoa. Okay, never mind. That was the wrong move.
What did you perhaps think I had there?
I thought you had the Magician's Circle, or whatever it's called. The trap card that lets you special summon, you know?
Yeah.
So that's not great. I'm not loving this right now.
You're not. I like that. But he got Pot of Greed, and now he's regretting it.
Yeah, believe it or not. God, I hate the fact that you had just some random, like, do-nothing card set.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. I guess we'll go ahead and normal summon Amazon's Chainmaster here.
Okay.
And see, if you kill it, at least I get to take something.
Can't forget the good old burn.
You know, you and Push and your little burn strategies. You guys always seem to revert back to this. Can't kill and don't have it, huh?
Yeah. I'm actually gonna sack this off for the Chief.
Okay.
Activate Chief.
Yeah.
Bring this guy back.
We're in a pretty bad situation right now.
It's not that bad. Don't be too hard on yourself. I'm gonna set this.
Yeah.
We're gonna go battle, and we're gonna just swing over this.
Right. Now the question is that a monster in your hand? Do you want to take it? A lot of life points I gotta pay to do that. I don't even know if that's worth it. I'll say no.
Okay. I'll go ahead and end it there, my guy.
Alrighty. Wow. This is really bad. This is really bad, actually.
I almost didn't put that card in the deck, by the way.
The mask?
Yeah.
Bro, you're crazy. Oh, man. You have no idea how good this card is. There's another card.
I'm starting to notice.
There's another card that is similar to this, but it's a trap card that was so damn good that had to get put to 1 alongside some other problematic trap cards that, you know. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and activate this. The Forceful Checkpoint. Damn. Okay, so.
You know what's crazy? No, no Magician's Wand.
Alright.
Ooh, there's the other one. Okay.
Yep. Alright then. Now, we can go ahead and pop the Mask of a Curse to prevent the burn damage from continuing on. Okay. Back on an okay scenario.
Yes, sir.
Now I know you have that trap card, the Preparational Rites or whatever it's called. So you can bring back the priestess. Okay, but it's gonna take an entire turn. Wonder Wand this time. Okay. I wonder if that. I don't think. Okay. Oh, 2 more.
I have a little counter to that counter of yours. I'm gonna activate this card.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm gonna normal summon this card.
Assailant. Ah.
I'm gonna activate this card. Get back these 2.
Stellate. Okay. Priestess.
And then we'll set this one.
Okay. Yeah, have no idea what that is.
Yeah, I have no clue. Now it's to see if I want to stretch it out at all.
So what are we thinking?
I think we go this
okay,
way.
so we're actually gonna do it.
Like this.
Okay, so we're gonna do a lot of damage. And yeah, wow, not bad. Damn, that was a bit rough. So let's see if we can do better this time around.
You got this, my guy.
All right. And normal summon that, and pass it over to you.
Thank you, my guy. We are going to...
Thinking hard over there?
Yeah.
Okay. A lot of cards getting set. Oh wow, that's a lot of back row. That's kind of scary. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, spear.
We're gonna attempt to battle.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go ahead and activate my trap card, Amazoness Archers.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Owie wowie.
Alrighty. I'm sure there's a little surprise coming for me.
Perhaps.
Hate the fact that you got so many cards.
I did get some staples.
I'm gonna go ahead and activate Dice Spoon. Yeah. So let's see.
I'm praying for a 1 in 6, my guy.
Okay, so I rolled a 2.
Get the pop one.
I'm not gonna lie, the fact that you have like Necro Valley off the rip is pretty good. Low-key tempted to do that. But then again, you have 3 cards set also. So that could be anything.
This is also true.
I think I value popping the Necro Valley. I don't like the fact that you have it set up so easily.
Fair enough.
And in case you do have access to that trap card, I'm gonna activate Heirloom.
Okay.
Go ahead and sink in for 15. Let's see if it happens.
That is fine. That is fine.
Oh, okay.
I'm letting it go.
You're willing to let it... Alright. I'm so curious what exactly this is all this going on back here.
Okay. That's good. Okay.
Don't like the heat sound of that.
First off, we're gonna activate Warrior Elimination.
No, you found it! You noticed it, damn it! Oh man, dude. Oh god. Okay. Yeah. I'm so upset you noticed this card was in the set.
Yeah.
Oh, this is gonna be. Oh, this is gonna be rough. Okay. No, that's big.
Then we'll learn also on this one.
Holy shit. I'm kind of cooked.
Yeah, we'll activate this.
Yep, you got it. Wow, bro, you did it. Holy hell. No, that's...
Thank you, my guy.
I'm impressed, yeah. This is definitely one of those things that I did not want you to be keen on.
Yeah, I saw it and I'm like, there's a 1 in 3 chance he might be running it back. Warrior's Elimination looks kind of good.
Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah, like even with doing my pack opening, this is one of the cards that I did mention. It was even one of the cards that I was side decking under the circumstance that you potentially were running the same deck I was. Just because I thought it's an incredibly powerful card, while very situational. It's very, very strong just because it's Regeki for very specific monster type. So, man, dude, I am very, very impressed with the way you ended up coming in. I was quite happy with my pulls for this episode. just because I ended up just getting some pretty damn good staples. Like, I don't know how well aware you are, but like the Forceful Checkpoint is a very powerful trap card, just because it's the ability of ripping out a card out of your hand potentially and being able to stop an attack. So that was really good to get.
Did you get a Michizure by chance?
So no, for the question about the Michizure, I did not get any copies of Michizure. So like the big cards that I ended up getting from this set were the 2 copies of the Forceful Checkpoint, which is insane because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this was a secret rare. I ended up picking up a copy of Dust Tornado and Dicefoon as just like generically good back row removal cards. But cards that didn't make it into today's deck included the likes of Goblin Zombie, which is something I'm super excited to potentially try out in a future episode. I really wanted to play a zombie based strategy, but I just did not have enough go ahead and aid that. But the deck that I was mentioning to you that I was really excited to potentially try out was the, like, you know, Yugi's like knight cards like King's Knight, Queen's Knight, and Jack's Knight.
Yeah.
So I ended up pulling like a playset of like Queen, the King, not the King, but the Jacks, and I pulled 2 copies of King's Knight. And I'm like, you know what, I could potentially do something with this. But then I started testing out the deck a lot, and it was really underwhelming. There was not much you could do. There is a skill for it, but it wasn't enough. Like, you need something like Rhoda in order to like fully make good use of it. So I'm like, I'm probably gonna keep that.
Yeah, I also still would have ran the Warriors Elimination, which probably would have hurt
exactly.
That one,
so I would have gotten doubly cooked. But no, dude, picking up that mask, the Mask of Restrict, I believe it's called, such a good pickup, man. But what about you? Any notable staples that you picked up besides the Equip spell? You alluded to potentially having a Michizure in the deck. Is that something I should expect?
Yes, I have one Michizure.
That's really, really good, man. So as for like potential strategies you could play in the future, did you end up getting lucky at all with like the water stuff, or did you potentially pick up a copy of like King of the Skull Servants? Did you get any copies of those?
No, I got 3 Skull Servants, no King.
Dang,
and then I got 1 Legendary Fisherman. I didn't think it was enough.
No, it's not. It's really not. Man, okay. Well, dude, really good stuff, man. I'm surprised that you had such a dominant victory right here. Honestly, yeah, I don't know what it was. I feel like Duel 1, there's potentially something I could have done to gotten that victory, but nah. That second duel right there, that was a clean sweep. Like, you definitively got me there. I was not expecting whatsoever like the combination of the Warrior Elimination being set. That was completely off guard for me.
Yeah.
But no, man, congratulations. I am very, very impressed with you.
Thank you, my guy.
So, what are your thoughts so far on the series? You're 2 episodes in now. The first episode you got wiped. The second episode you ended up wiping me. So, how are you feeling about SpeedDuel so far? Like the format developing. Okay.
I'm liking it. I think the skill cards add a little something. I think this deck needed a little something. So,
but yeah, you know what? After today's episode, it kind of just shows that once you're able to like digest what exactly you're playing against, being able to beat a certain strategy becomes a lot more, I don't want to say trivial, but like it becomes simpler because like, just, as I mentioned last episode, it was a very dominant victory on my side with the Amazon, as the heirloom felt really, really like oppressive. But this time around, it was like almost not a factor. Like, you became a lot more patient. You kind of just waited for your perfect moment to like pounce, and then I mean, I will admit that like the activation of the Equip spell was very, very good and very clutch for you at that moment. But I don't even know how big of a factor that really was. But man, again, very, very impressed with your victory in today's episode, and you know, just know that I'm gonna have to get you back for this, bro. I'm gonna have to like cook up something devious for the next episode. But man, good stuff. I'm looking forward to the next episode. However, I don't know how relevant the lower rarity stuff is going to end up being. You know what? I'd probably have to look at the skills. We might actually get a pretty cool skill for some of the stuff, but the higher rarity stuff, it's where it's at. One of the cards that's going to be coming in is going to be a Floodgate Trap Hole, which is crazy. In addition, we have a spell card in Night Beam, which is one of the best forms of back removal for a while. Donzalug is another card that's going to be introduced, so it's going to be interesting for warrior piles. We also have cards like Vampire Lord. It is a secret rare, so you know that's our boy right there. But there's a lot of really cool stuff that's going to be introduced, so I'm kind of curious to see what exactly we end up doing. But man, as usual, bro, it's been a blast dueling with you, and as I said, I'm looking to like get even with you next episode.
I'm looking forward to it too, my guy.
Bro. Until next time.
Until next time. Peace, guys.